How did you stay positive, optimistic for 8 years during the frustration, struggle, rejection, and doubt?
I didn't stay optimistic.
But there's something that drove you, that you kept going on.
I didn't give up. But I mean, I think that's another sort of message of the book, which is that, like, if you're feeling frustrated and depressed and confused, that is normal. Like, you should feel frustrated and confused if you have a dream and you're not achieving it, right? So that's, like, absolutely appropriate to feel. You just don't get to give up. That's all. You just have to keep going, even though you feel that way. And there's such, like, a great quote that someone told me that, like, courage, a person having courage doesn't mean that that person doesn't feel afraid. It just means that they move forward with their fear. And so that's all it is. It's just, like, continuing to just do it. I think the real challenge is getting through that time without becoming self-destructive, which a lot of actors and artists do. They drink, they do drugs, they misbehave sexually. Like, how do you, how do you get through those discouraging times while still taking good care of yourself mentally and physically, and then also without becoming cynical or without tearing down other artists because that's the only way that you feel good. Those, I think, are the real challenges, and so I try to give people encouragement about how to move forward without doing any of those things either.
Were there days you felt that there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and it's possible that the rest of your life you could be an administrative assistant?
Yes. Yes. Now, I will say I was a very good administrator. And there were many times when I thought to myself, perhaps I should create a new ambition, which would be to be the executive secretary to the President of the United States or something, right? Like, just be like, I'm very good at this. I'm very good at anticipating my boss's needs. I'm a wonderful typist. I seem to be getting a lot of job offers in this area. Maybe this is what I'm gonna do. I didn't do that, but yeah, there were a lot of times. I mean, I talk about in the book about the time that I went to Pottery Barn to buy something off my friend's wedding registry, and I just broke down crying in the middle of Pottery Barn because I was like, here's my friend, she's moving on with her more traditional job, she's getting married, she's gonna have, 400 thread count sheets, and, and I have an old blanket as a curtain. And I was like, I'm never gonna be able to afford anything in this store, and I couldn't even buy anything from her registry. Like, what was I gonna get her, 2 cups? I was so depressed, and I lost it. And then the way I got through that was by telling myself, the reason I couldn't shop at Pottery Barn was because I was an artist, because I had chosen an unconventional life, and that's what being an artist is. Being an artist, I mean, the phrase starving artist exists because of that moment, and I just had to tell myself that it was okay, and that my life was going to look and be different than the lives that were modeled for me when I was younger, growing up in St. Louis, where people got traditional jobs and traditional promotions and had traditional timelines for getting married and having children, that just wasn't going to be my life.